Greetings, fans, and welcome to tonight's Broncos Broadcasting Network girls basketball contest between the 6-6 Davenport Broncos and the 0-15 Lakeland Dreadnaughts. I'm Mackenzie Cavan, and tonight the Broncos are looking to extend their two-game winning streak. The Broncos were last in action this past Tuesday night and defeated the Ridge Community Bolts in an exciting 43-36 game. The Broncos were down 8-4 after 1, 16-14 after 2, and the game was tied 24-24 going into the fourth, and a scoring spree developed with a combined 29 points from both teams being scored in that fourth quarter. Soraya Millian led all scored with 20 points, and Jalea Smith added in 15. The Dreadnaughts had one of their closer games of the season this past Saturday when they fell to Mulberry by a score of 44-31. This is the second meeting of the 2021-22 season between these two teams. Back on December 14th, the Broncos defeated Lakeland by a score of 51-31. Soraya Millian scored 24 and Jocelyn Huddleston added 11 in the winning effort. The only common opponent these teams have faced off against is Fort Meade. On November 18th, the Broncos defeated the Miners by a score of 40-36, while Dreadnaughts fell to the Miners on November 29th by a score of 60-28. As we look back at this week, let's take a look at this week's Broncos roundup. And we'll begin with the boys basketball team. They were last in action on Friday where they fell 65-54 against the Ridge Community Bolts. Chase Reagan Moore led all scorers with 22 points. This week the Broncos host Fort Meade tomorrow, then will travel to Haines City on Wednesday before hosting McKill Academy on Thursday.
And finishing up for the Dreadnaughts, number 34, Aaliyah Brown.
Next, we'll go to the boys soccer team, who last week fell to Lakeland by a score of 4-2 before having the game on Friday canceled. The boys will be on the road for their first round playoff game as they travel to Mulberry to face the Panthers. That game will take place on Thursday.
Number 15, Jocelyn.
Switching gears to the Lady Broncos soccer team, who have now dropped 3 of their last 4 games. This past week, the Broncos fell to Horizon by a score of 7-0, and then 2 nights ago falling to Ridge by a score of 9-2. The Broncos' 10-4-1 record was good enough for second place in the division. Will host a first-round home playoff game against the Mulberry Panthers this coming Wednesday night, and the game will air exclusively on the NFHS network, and that is our weekly Broncos roundup. Finally, circling back to the Lady Broncos basketball team. Tonight they face the Lakeland Dreadnaughts and will travel to Haines City on Wednesday for the last game of the regular season. As we look around the 4A District 7 divisional standings, by percentage points, McKill Academy is in first place with their 13-5 record. Davenport and Discovery are tied for second place. Davenport with a 6-6 record and Discovery with an 8-8 record, followed by Tanner Rock with 6-13 record and finally Mulberry with their 4-10 record. In local action tonight, Discovery hosts Lakeland Christian Tanner Rock. Lakeland Christian Tanner Rock hosts Mulberry. And now we begin the tip-off. It looks like our starters tonight will be Jalea Smith, Jocelyn Huddleston, Kirsteny Pierre, Soraya Million, Jelena Britton, and for Lakeland, we have Aaliyah Brown, Jade Gonzalez, Antoinese Cave, Milani Marmol, and the tip will go to the Broncos. Leon going down court. She goes up, and that will be the first score of the game. It is 2-0 in favor of the Broncos. And that's going to go out on Jocelyn Huddleston. Looks like Milani Marmol will throw the ball inbounds. Passes the ball to Aaliyah Brown. It'll be a missed shot. And that's going to be traveling on the Dreadnaughts, going to the Broncos. Emilion going down court. Emilion looking for an opening. Over to Britton. Misses a shot. Recovered by Lakeland. Lakeland going up court. Pass over. Missed shot. Recovered by Lakeland, tying up the score. Emilion carrying the ball. Pass to Britton. Pass over to Smith. And that goes to Lakeland. Aaliyah Brown gonna pass in. Recovered by the Broncos. Julia Smith over to Emilion. Emilion goes up. It's gonna miss the three. Recovered by Lakeland. Goes right back to the Broncos, traveling on the Dreadnaughts. Julia Smith going to throw the ball inbounds for the Broncos. Looks like we have a substitution here. Leonie Martinez going to go in for Soraya Million. That's traveling on the Broncos, going to Lakeland. Recovered by Julia Smith. The point is good. It is now 4-2 in favor of Davenport. Lakeland going up court. Recovered by Britton. Over to Smith. Smith struggling to stay with the ball. Smith finding her break. And that's a time out on the Broncos. So far, we're seeing some pretty good teamwork from both teams here pretty early on in the game. Broncos doing what they can to recover the ball, keep the ball, and score. And Lakeland doing what they can to get that ball back in bounds. So far, Broncos are leading by 2, but it's still very early on in the first quarter. Broncos are back on the court. Julia Smith going to throw the ball inbounds. Pass to Martinez, back to Smith. Smith going down court to Britton. Looking for someone, over to Huddleston. Little too high, and that'll be a jump ball in favor. That's going to Lakeland. Marmol passing in to Cave. Picked up by Julia Smith. Julia looking for someone. Finds Martinez. And that is going to be a foul. Substitution coming in for Lakeland. Martinez going to throw the ball inbound for the Broncos. To Pierre. And Martinez is going to throw the ball inbounds once again. Little misunderstanding with the refs. And it will go to the Broncos. Martinez going to throw the ball inbounds. Over to Britton. Not able to get it. Picked up by Lakeland. Lakeland passed down court. Recovered by Martinez. Misses the layup. And that's out on Davenport. Lakeland throwing the ball inbounds. That is traveling, going to the Broncos. Julia Smith looking for someone. Pass to Huddleston. Recovered by Britton. Back to Huddleston. 2 points are good. 6-2 in favor of Davenport. Lakeland trying to get the ball up court. Picked up by Julia Smith. Layup is good. That's timeout. So far, this game has been pretty back and forth about who has possession of the ball. But in the end, Broncos have been able to gain possession and score, having the lead of 6. And I'm just very interested to see how this game will go on as time progresses. It is very early on in the game as both teams come out of their timeout. Broncos are first on court. Lakeland throwing the ball in bounds. Leah Smith playing some hard defense. Lakeland goes up and misses. It's recovered by Lakeland. And that's a foul on Davenport. Marmol throwing the ball inbounds for Lakeland. Shot is no good. Recovered by Pierre. Stolen by Lakeland, and a whistle is blown. Substitution for Broncos. Lori Cruz go in for Kirsten Pierre. Lakeland throwing the ball inbounds. A missed shot recovered by Lakeland. Another missed shot recovered by Britton, and that will be a jump ball. Going to the Broncos. Julia Smith going to throw the ball inbounds. Pass to Huddleston. Back to Smith. Over to Britton. Goes back to Smith. Recovered by Lakeland. Taken by Britton. Over to Martinez. Looking for some help. Back to Smith. Over to Britton. One more time to Smith. Shot is bad, and it will be recovered by Lakeland. That's recovered by Lori Cruz. Pass over to Julia Smith. And that will be a whistle blown. Substitution coming in for both Broncos and Lakeland. Looks like Soraya Million will come in for Julia Smith. Huddleston pass. Million going down court. Over to Polino. To Britton. Stolen by Lakeland. Million playing some good defense there. And that was double dribble. That will go to the Broncos. Polino going to throw the ball in for the Broncos. Pass to Cruz. Over to Britton. To Polino. To Million. Picked up by Lakeland. And that's out on Lakeland. Huddleston looking for someone. Pass down to Britton. Over to Polino. Almost. Oh, it's picked up by Lakeland. And That'll be a foul against Lakeland. Huddleston throws the ball to Emilion. Over to Britton. To Polino. Goes over the three. Barely misses. Recovered by Lakeland. Picked up by Emilion. Losing the ball there. Picked up by Lakeland. And that is out on Lakeland. Substitutions coming in. Ava Pierce going to go in for Jocelyn Huddleston. Pierce passed to Emilion. Pierce going down. Emilion going down court. And that is going to go to Lakeland. Number 34 throwing the ball inbounds to Milani Marmol. Pass over to 14. It's going to be a miss. Recovered by Emilion. Trying to get her break. Misses a layup. And that's going to be a foul on Lakeland. Looks like there'll be 2 shots for Soraya Emilion. Emilion misses the first shot, getting ready for her second shot. Again, the score is 8-2 with 1 minute and 46 seconds left here in the first quarter. Second shot is no good, and it goes out on Lakeland. Pierce gonna throw the, Polino gonna throw the ball inbounds. Over to Emilion, goes up for a 3. It's no good. Recovered, tried to recover by Lakeland. Goes out of bounds, and that's gonna go to the Broncos. Polino gonna throw the ball inbounds once again. To Pierre, and that's going out on Broncos. Number 34 gonna throw the ball inbounds. Pass to 0. Over to 14. Goes up for a 3. Misses it. Recovered by Pierce. To Emilion. He's going down court. Misses the layup. Recovered by 14. Recovered by Cruz. And that's traveling on the Broncos. Zero gonna throw the ball inbounds. .234. Over to 0. Back to 34. Makes the shot. And number 34 will also get 2 shots. Correction, one shot. And the shot is no good. Recovered by Lori Cruz. And that will be a jump ball. That'll go to Lakeland. Number 0 going to throw the ball inbounds. Over to 22. Bounce to 14. 2-0. Misses a 3. And that's going to the Broncos. Polino going to throw the ball into Emilion. Less than 40 seconds left here on the clock as Emilion carries the ball down court. Hands over to Pierce. Pass to Polino. Back to Emilion. To Pierce. Goes up for a 3. Miss and retrieved by Lakeland. 20 seconds left on here on the clock. 0 goes in. Recovered by Pierce. And that's going to go to the Broncos. 16 seconds left here on the clock. 8-4 in favor of Broncos. Emilion going down court. To Pierce. Correction, to Polino. Back to Emilion. Misses the 3. 2 seconds left here on the clock. As number 34 will throw the ball inbounds. Pass the ball to 14. Hustling down court. And tried to make a buzzer beater, but was no good. Final score for the first quarter was 8-4 in favor of the Broncos. In just a moment, we will come back to begin our second quarter. Until right now, both teams are taking breaks. Both teams have been doing very well in this first quarter, and it's now time for both teams to return back to the court. Broncos first back on court. It looks like for the Broncos it'll be Jalea Smith, Jelena Britton, Kirshni Pierre, Jocelyn Huddleston, and Soraya Emilion. Smith pass into Emilion. Back to Smith. Smith misses the shot. That'll go out of bounds on the Broncos. Number 34, Leah Brown, is going to throw the ball inbounds to Milani Marmol. And that's a foul. On Soraya Emilion. Substitutions for the Broncos. Leonie Martinez is going to come in for Jalea Smith. Leah Brown throws the ball inbounds to Antoinese Cave. Pass over to T. Jones. Marmol going to recover it. Miss. Picked up by Huddleston. Huddleston trying to find her way down court. T. Jones playing some good defense here. Over to Emilion. To Britton. To Martinez. Picked up by Lakeland. And that will be a foul. Anthony's Cave going to get some shots here. First shot is no good. Second shot no good. That goes to the Broncos. Martinez gonna throw in to Huddleston. Back to Martinez. Misses a shot, recovered by Britton, and that's a foul. Julia Britton gonna get some shots here. Just under 7 minutes left in the first half of the game. Britton getting ready for her first shot. And she makes it. Now 9-4 in favor of the Broncos. Britton getting ready for her final shot. Misses that shot, recovered by Lakeland. Down court. Picked up by Martinez. And the layup is good. It's now 11-4 in favor of Davenport. And Martinez is going to get a couple shots off of that. Some substitutions here for the Broncos. Pierre is going to go out and Pierce is going to come in. Martinez getting ready for her shot. Misses it and it's recovered by Lakeland. Misses a shot, recovered by Britton. Pass over to Martinez, and that's out on the Broncos. Zero gonna throw the ball inbounds. 2:14. Back to 0. Over to 14. Goes up and misses the shot. Picked up by 34. 2:14. Misses a shot. Looks like number 14, Anthony's Cave, will get 2 shots. Misses the first shot. Score is still 11-4 in favor of the Broncos. Cave getting ready for her second shot. Misses, picked up by Britton. Recovered by Huddleston. Over to Britton. To Pierce. Hits the backboard. Recovered by Lakeland. Picked up by Million. Finds her break. Misses the layup. Picks the ball back up. Over to Huddleston. To Martinez. Back to Million. Hits the shot from the free throw. It's now 13-4 in favor of Davenport. Just under 5.5 minutes left in the second half. In the first half, second quarter. That will be a jump ball. Going to Lakeland. Number 22, T. Jones, gonna throw the ball inbounds. Pass into Marmal. Over to Cave. The three bounces out and is picked up by Huddleston. To Emilion, to Martinez. Too much power on that one. Picked up by Lakeland. Cave going down court. Picked up by Pierce. And that's a jump ball. Substitutions coming in for Lakeland as Martinez gets ready to throw the ball inbounds for the Broncos. Million going down court. To Pierce. To Martinez. Shot bounces out. It's picked up by Lakeland. And that's traveling, going to Broncos. Just under 4 minutes and 40 seconds here in the second quarter. Martinez going to throw the ball inbounds. Throws it in to Lakeland. And that's going to the Broncos. Huddleston going to throw the ball inbounds. Pass into Emilion. Back to Huddleston. To Emilion. Inside the three. So that'll be 15-4 in favor of Davenport. And that's going back to the Broncos. Martinez going to throw inbounds. Martinez throws down to Emilion. Emilion looking for someone. Pass to Pierce. Back to Emilion. Misses a shot. Picked up by Huddleston. And that'll be a jump ball. Going to Lakeland. .32 throws the ball inbounds. 22 going down court. Misses a shot. Recovered by Emilion. Emilion finding her break. The layup is good. 17-4 in favor of Davenport. And that's going to be another foul on Huddleston. Lakeland going to throw the ball inbounds. Goes up for the three. Recovered by Martinez. And that's double dribble on Martinez. Going to Lakeland. Zero throws the ball into 14. Over to 22. And that is traveling on Lakeland. Huddleston going to throw the ball inbounds. Substitutions coming in. Million with the ball. To Martinez. Recovered by Pierce. Packs back to Martinez. To Cruz. Back to Pierce. And the three is good. It's now 20-4 in favor of Davenport. And that's out on Lakeland. Huddleston going to throw the ball inbounds. Pass over to Pierce. And that's double dribbling called on the Broncos. Lakeland going down court. And that was double dribble called on Lakeland. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first half. Huddleston getting ready to throw the ball inbounds. Pass to Million. Missed shot by Martinez. Picked up by Lakeland. Recovered by Million. Back to Million. And that is a whistle blown. Soraya Million getting some shots out of this one. Getting ready for her first and only shot. That's a miss. Recovered by Lakeland. That's a missed layup. Picked up by Pierce. Over to Huddleston. Just under 2 minutes left here. Julia Smith misses the ball, and that goes to Lakeland. Broncos still have a 16-point lead with just under 2 minutes left here as Lakeland carries the ball down court. Lakeland looking for the shot. Misses. Picked up by Smith. Misses the layup. Recovered by Lakeland. And that's a foul. Looks like Lakeland will get a couple shots out of this one. First shot is good. Bringing the score 20-5, still in favor of Davenport. Jones getting ready for her second shot. And the second shot is good. Smith going down with the ball. And that's a foul. Smith's going to get 2 shots. A minute and 14 seconds here, and Lakeland trying to close that gap. It is still, if they're still 14 points behind. Well, make that 15. As Julia Smith is made her first of 2 shots. Julia misses the second shot, picked up by Lakeland. Lakeland trying to go down court. Picked up by Emilion. And that will be a foul. Emilion going to get some shots here. First shot is good. Getting ready for her second and final shot. Second shot's not good. Recovered by Britton. Back to Emilion. Clock is running out. Under a minute left. And that's traveling on Emilion. .34 going to throw the ball into 14. Picked up by Smith. Recovered by Emilion. Under 40 seconds. And it looks like Emilion's going to get some shots. The first shot is no good, keeping the score at 22-6 as Emilion gets ready for her last shot. And that one is good, bringing the score up to 23-6, still in favor of Davenport with just under 30 seconds left here in the first half. And that's a 30-second timeout to Lakeland. With just under 30 seconds left here in the first half, it's been interesting to watch how both these teams play. As we are about to go back onto the court, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in the second half. Will both teams keep playing like this? Will Lakeland step up? Will Davenport falter? Right now, there is a severe lead. And I'm just wondering if that will continue throughout the game. Both teams are back on the court as Lakeland gets prepared to throw the ball inbounds. Zero throws the ball inbounds, and that's out on Smith. Picked up by Emilion. And it looks like Emilion will get 2 more shots with only 22 seconds left here in the first half. First shot is good. Score is now 24-6 in favor of Davenport as Emilion gets ready for a second final shot. Second shot is good. 25-6 in favor of Davenport. Lakeland goes down court. Under 20 seconds here. And the shot is good. 25-8, still in favor of Davenport. Emilion shoots the buzzer beater and misses. Final score for the first half is 25-8 in favor of Broncos. As we return after halftime, we will see if the Broncos are able to keep this lead or if Lakeland is going to do something to close it. We will see you momentarily. And we're back. Both teams are on the court, and it looks like maybe Broncos will have possession of the ball starting in our second half. The whistle is blown. The clock is starting. Pass the ball to Britton, to Emilion, to Smith, back to Emilion, over to Britton, to Pierre, and that is a jump ball. Ball will go to Lakeland. To 14. 14 carrying the ball up court. Over to number 3. Misses the 3. And that's going out on Lakeland. That will go to the Broncos. Smith is going to throw the ball inbounds. Passes in to Emilion. Going down side court. Over to Britton. Down to Smith. Shot bounces out. Recovered by Lakeland. 14's going down. And that's going to be a jump ball. Lakeland will gain possession of this one. 0 going to throw the ball inbounds. 2-14. 2-0. To number 5, who goes up, misses a shot. That's out on Lakeland, going to the Broncos. Jalea Smith going to throw the ball inbounds. To Emilion. Over to Britton. Over to Smith. And that's going to be traveling on Smith. Lakeland getting ready to throw the ball inbounds. To 0. To number 34. Over to 5. Takes a shot. Misses. Recovered by Pierre. And that's going to be a jump ball. Jalea Smith throwing the ball inbounds. To Britton. And she scores on the wrong goal. It's going to be 25-10. Emilion has the ball. Over to Smith. Back to Emilion. Takes a shot. Makes it. 27-10, still in favor of Davenport. And that's traveling, going to the Broncos. Jalea Smith looking for Emilion. Over to Britton, needing some help. Goes to Emilion. Misses a shot, picked up by Smith. Bounces out. Recovered by Pierre. Emilion at the 3. Misses a shot, recovered by Lakeland. And that's a jump ball. 0 going to throw in to 14. 14 coming down court. To number 5. And that is traveling, going to the Broncos. Smith throwing the ball inbounds. To Huddleston. To Emilion. And that is a foul. Smith going to throw the ball inbounds. To Huddleston. That's going out on Lakeland. Smith will throw the ball back inbounds. Over to Britton. To Emilion. Huddleston misses a shot. And that's going out of bounds. Going to Lakeland. Zero going down court. And that's out on Lakeland. Correction, that is out on the Broncos. To number 5. Lakeland will throw the ball inbounds. To number 14. Goes up for the shot. Misses. Recovered by 22. Misses once again. And that's out on Broncos. To number 34. Back to 0. Takes the shot. Makes it. Bringing the score 27 to 12. Still in favor of Davenport. Jalea Smith with the ball. That's going to be a foul. Broncos will throw the ball inbounds. Missed the 3, recovered by Lakeland. Lakeland misses, recovered by Emilion. And that is another foul on 14. Polino going to throw the ball inbounds. Cruz has the ball to Emilion. Over to Britton, who's not able to keep the ball inbounds. Picked up by Lori Cruz. Over to Emilion. Layup is no good. Recovered by Lakeland. Lakeland going down court. And that's out on Lakeland. Emilion with the ball. Goes up for the shot. Bounces out. Recovered by Emilion. Bounces out once again. Picked up by Lakeland. Number 3 with the ball. And that's going to, Davenport. Polino gonna throw the ball inbounds. Passes to Smith. Back to Polino. Misses a shot. Recovered by Britton. Picked up by Lakeland. Recovered by Delia Smith. To Emilion. Goes for the 3. Bounces out. Recovered by Britton. Over to Cruz. Back to Smith. And that is going to Lakeland. .34 gonna throw the ball inbounds for Lakeland. Zero carrying the ball down court. Miss a shot, recovered by Cruz, and that's traveling going to Lakeland. Just under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Lakeland will score, bringing the score 27-14, still in favor of Davenport. Smith with the ball, and that's traveling, and that goes to Lakeland. That's out on Lakeland. Delia Smith throws into Polino. To Emilion, right there on the baseline. Comes out to it. Past the three-point line. To Smith. Back to Polino. And that's traveling. It's going to go to Lakeland with 1 minute and 16 seconds here in the third quarter. .34 passed the ball into 22. And that is backcourt there on Lakeland. Going to Broncos. Smith throws into Emilion. And that is a foul. Emilion's going to get 2 shots here. First shot is good, bringing them up to a 14-point lead. Second shot is good. Now 29-14, still in favor of Davenport. 24 with the ball. Emilion steals the ball. Over to Smith. Misses the shot. Picked up by Emilion. To Smith. And this is a full minute timeout for the Broncos. This has been an interesting game for sure. At first, it was looking pretty. The first quarter was looking really close. By the second quarter, our Broncos start taking the lead drastically. But now Lakeland has come back and went from it being 25-8 to 29-14. I'm really looking forward to see what they do as we come on. Um, as we finish the game, I'm really looking forward to see how Lakeland will progress. It looks like Broncos are back on the court, and now Lakeland is returning to the court. Julia Smith gonna throw the ball inbounds. Pass to Emilion. Back to Smith. To Cruz. To Smith. Back to Emilion. Back to Smith. Over to Emilion. And that's going to go to Lakeland. .34 with the ball. Over to 22. Polino with the ball. Over to Emilion. And misses the shot. Final score for the third quarter was 29-14 as we will shortly start the fourth quarter. Some little trivia here. If you were like me and did not know what a dreadnought is, it was a battleship in the early 20th century. So there's some fun facts about the opponents tonight. But anyways, back to the score. 29-14 as we begin the fourth and final quarter. I'm 8 minutes on the clock. Will Lakeland come back and have a chance at this, or is this going to Our Lady Broncos? We will see momentarily. Fourth quarter is on the way. Smith with the ball. Over to Pierce. Misses a three. Recovered by Lakeland. Lakeland going down. And that goes to the Broncos. Smith gonna throw inbounds. Passes to Emilion. Back to Smith. Pierce trying to keep the ball, but it goes to Lakeland. Picked up to Emilion. Cruz shoots. A little too much power on that one. And that is a foul. That's going to the Lakeland Dreadnaughts. Emilion trying to recover the ball. Goes over to 22. Goes for the three. Misses. Recovered by Jalea Smith. Picked up by Lakeland. And that is a foul. It'll be some one shot. Correction, two shots. First shot is good. Getting ready for her second shot here. Getting ready for her second shot here. Second shot isn't good. It's recovered by Lakeland. Recovered by Lakeland again. One more time by Lakeland. And that's out on Lakeland. Martinez going to throw the ball in for the Broncos. Throws the ball to Emilion. And the shot is good. 31-15 in favor of Davenport. It's on the baseline. No. Correction. Ball goes to Lakeland. 6 minutes and 19 seconds here in the final quarter. Britton will come in for Pierre. Over to 34. Back to 0. Ball comes out. Emilion with the ball. Misses a shot. Picked up by Lakeland. 22 going down court. With 34. Misses a shot. Picked up. And that is jump ball. And that's going to go to Lakeland. Zero throws the ball into picked up by Cruz. Throws over to Emilion. Back to Pierce. Misses a shot. Picked up by Emilion. And that is traveling on Emilion. 2:34. Back to 0. Emilion picks up the ball. Makes the shot. 33-15 in favor of Davenport. Zero with the ball. Over to 22. And that is a foul against Davenport. Substitutions coming in for Lakeland. Over to 34. Goes up for the shot. And that's out on Broncos. Just under 5 minutes remain in the final quarter. Number 0, throw the ball inbounds after we come back from this timeout. This quarter has been a back and forth between each teams. Not much scoring has happened. It's more just back and forth who can have possession of the ball longer. And honestly, Lakeland has had the ball in their possession more. They're just not executing their shots. And because of that, Broncos are able to take the ball in their possession, execute the shots, score a majority of the ones they make, or score the majority of the ones they take, and that's putting them in the lead. If Lakeland would just make their shots, it's easier said than done, I know, they could have an actual chance of coming back, and I don't necessarily know about winning, but closing the score just a little bit more than it already is. Both teams are back on the court as Lakeland will throw the ball in bounds. Goes for a 3, misses, and that's out on Lakeland. Martinez throwing the ball in bounds. Over to Emilion. Down to Martinez. Over to Britton. Britton makes the shot. 35-15. Still in favor of Davenport. Down court. Goes for another 3. Misses. Recovered by Lakeland. Picked up by Cruz. Over to Emilion. Down to Britton. Misses a shot. Recovered by Martinez. Picked up by Martinez once again. Down to Emilion. Over to Pierce. Picked up by Lakeland. Emilion takes the ball. Makes the layup. 37-15 in favor of Davenport. Substitutions coming in for both Broncos and Dreadnaughts. Martinez is going to throw the ball inbounds. Throws to Huddleston. Huddleston looking for someone. Finds Britton. And that is an air ball. Going to Lakeland. Over to 0. It goes behind the backboard, but it looks like a foul might have been called. It's like number 3, Jade Gonzalez, will get some shots. First one is no good. Getting her second of 3 shots. No good. Getting ready for her last shot here. Recovered by Lakeland. Picked up by Polino. Taken by Lakeland. Thrown across court. Lakeland's going. Thrown to 22. Over to 3. Saved by Jelena Britton. Over to Polino. Picked up by 14 once again. And that was on the baseline. Correction, that was a foul on Polino for pushing. 2 minutes and 40 seconds here in the final quarter. is getting some shots here. Getting 1 shot. Misses, recovered by Britton. Thrown down to Cruz. Picked up by 14. Misses a shot. Over to Huddleston. To Polino. Over to Britton. To Cruz. Cruz loses the ball there, and it goes to number 14. Misses her shot. Recovers the ball. And that's going to be a foul. It looks like number 14, Antoinese Cave, is going to get a couple more free throws. First free throw does not make it. Getting ready for her final free throw. Second free throw is good. Score is now 35-17. 16 in favor of Davenport. Martinez pass into Huddleston. Huddleston takes a shot, misses, recovered by Lakeland. Picked up by Cruz, and that's traveling, going to Lakeland. 1 minute and 46 seconds left here. Score still 35-16 in favor of Broncos. Picked up by Martinez. Jumps, but the ball's not with her. Lakeland picks it up. Misses their shot. Misses again. Huddleston picks it up. Over to Martinez, and that is a foul. Clock stops at 1:20. Looks like Martinez is going to get some shots here. Misses her first shot here. Misses the second shot, picks it up. Broncos trying to keep possession of that ball. Throws over to Huddleston. Back down to Martinez. And that's out on Lakeland. Martinez is going to throw the ball inbounds once again. Pass over to Huddleston. To Polino. To Martinez. Picked up by Lakeland. And that's out on Lakeland. 53 seconds on the clock. Polino throws into Huddleston. Huddleston going down the far side of the court. Over to Martinez. And that's double dribble. Lakeland throws the ball inbounds. 0 going down court. 40 seconds on the clock. Over to 24, and that's out on Lakeland. Clock stops at 29.3 seconds. Lakeland's going to throw the ball inbounds. Picked up by Martinez. And that's out of bounds. Martinez is going to throw the ball inbounds for the Broncos. To Cruz, back to Martinez. Recovered by Britton, back to Martinez. Picked up by Lakeland. To Cruz. Back to Lakeland. Less than 10 seconds here. Picked up by Huddleston. And that is the game. Final score, Davenport 37, Lakeland 16. Your producers are John Shigaris, James Rose, Alan Uge, Mel Gables. If you enjoyed this video and want to check out some more of our sports content, make sure to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos. We will have some more live streams all this week. Again, thank you for watching. I'm Mackenzie Cavan, and I hope you guys have a great night.